The following program is for adult audiences only.
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away, I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think you said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah. Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Let's be honest for a second. Yeah, you're being over your head, babe. 'Cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way you feel when I hold you. I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah. Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow. ask me to believe in the words that you say, but I can't be strong.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Time for another episode of the Flavorist Diary. Yeah, as you guys were seeing in the intro while the music is playing in the background, I was just now starting to get the bottles all mixed up. We've got 6 beautiful TFA flavors to take a look at today. They're in the thumbnail of the video that you guys are watching. So, yeah, we got all kinds of, we've got a orange to take a look at. This is supposed to be a tangy orange. We have a tangerine. These are all part of TFA's new flavor pack that they just put out. It says 2025 on there. I don't know if they put it out in December or if they just don't have the right date on it. I don't know. Maybe they introduced it in 2025. It's kind of surprising because when you add a new flavor into ELR, well, it tells you how many other people have that flavor in their inventory. And looks like, I think the highest I saw was like 47 people have entered that flavor into their inventory on ELR or used it as part of a recipe. There's a couple of them on there where they're like mistyped. Like somebody put in their tangy orange instead of orange brackets tangy from TFA. So like that one had 32 in it, but there was another one that had everybody else's in it. So, you know, those need to be combined later on. That's the part of, you know, trying to run a website like that. You know, everybody tries to do things a different way, and then you end up getting multiple entries in there for types of flavorings. And actually, there's only one, and the people that are like in the lower group need to be migrated into the upper group so that the naming system is all, you know, universal and easily adjustable. And when we search for random recipes, well, then we can actually find what we actually have because they know that, you know, you have TFA tangy orange, and it doesn't matter whether you listed in a database as orange tangy or tangy orange, it's the same thing. So, you know, whoever manages the database has to link those back together, and then, you know, everybody that purchased this. But regardless, it's still shocking to me that there's only 47 people that have tried that new flavor. Only 47 mixers have bought the new flavor pack and actually put it into ELR to try and single flavor test it. I mean, maybe they're like me, where, you know, you're only doing a couple of weeks. So we're doing 6 a week, and we have before us the tangy orange, strawberry fresh, lemon slice, tangerine, raspberry ripe, and berry jam. And those are all the things that are depicted on the beautiful thumbnail for today. So without further ado, I suppose we ought to just, you know, get into it and get this stuff moving along. How about some light? There you go. Now we have some light. Yeah, so before the show, I was sitting there, you know, trying to get my bottles all prepped. That's got the VG and the PG in it. And then here we have our individual flavors. And I was going and, you know, putting my labels on the top of them, so that it makes it easy to find, you know, once you put them onto a rack. Keep them alphabetically organized and they're good. And I printed an extra label since I was putting those ones on so that we can use it for a single flavor testing. So being that I started with this one, let's crack open this berry jam. See what she smells like. Ooh, is that a beautiful, fragrant jam? I'm trying to come up with what fruit or scent is the dominant note in this, and this isn't. This is like a berry juice is what this smells like. Very punchy. There's that familiar cherry characteristic to it. There's some raspberry in there. Maybe blackberries. And it doesn't dry your mouth out. It's a nice mouth-watering, juicy flavor profile. So that's pretty cool. We'll put our BGPG bottle on there. And then we just need to add 0.5 gram into there. Just to make sure. We'll pull up the recipe. I'll show you guys. And this is going back to our original Pazzo Jack that we did with no sweetener in it. We're just evaluating the flavor profile itself. Inside of vegetable glycerin, Hungry Hippo 308, hello and welcome. Neil Pitts, hello and welcome. Glacier So, hello and welcome. All right, yeah, so just 0.5 gram is what we need to put in here to do the single flavor test on this. So we'll tear that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, she floated over to 0.51. There you go. Now I need to bring my little nipple out. Push that on there. Put a cap on it. And don't forget to put your label on so you know what the heck you got. I did end up ordering a hot plate stir, magnetic stir, so that we can get that Neotame solution made. And I'm also looking forward to making my own super sweet. I shouldn't have to buy it because it's just super sweet. Sucralose, I think they use 20% in propylene glycol. That's all it is. So you can go to the grocery store and buy your artificial sweetener. And you come it in, you bring it home, you weigh it, and make a 20% solution of that. And we'll have super sweet for the rest of our lives, never have to pay for it again. And it's going to cost us less than what this 120 ml bottle costs from our normal place we get it from. Bull City Flavors. And if you don't remember, Hunky V will get you a 5% off. All right, berry jam. We got her all stirred up, shook up. Let's give this a little knuckle test. There's no additional sweetener added to this right now. And the thing is, jams are always very, very sweet. If you've ever made a jam before, kind of tastes like a cherry cough drop. Without the cooling sensation, you know? That's like the dominant flavor for it. Like when I'm breathing it out, I can tell that there's other fruits in there, other like blackberries or raspberries, other berries. It is a not sour fruit. It's just a cherry-esque jam. So, not something I'm really excited about, but, you know, the part of a flavor pack, a starter pack, I don't even remember what it was. This TFA is always, you know, really affordable. It wasn't really much. I got 3 bags, 18 different flavors, and I think it cost me like less than $30 to order them. And so we'll see. We'll let that sit here And over the course of the next week, I will actually try and vape on it. I will try it with some sweetener in there to see how that flavor profile changes once you add the sweetener into it and actually make it taste like a jam. But I don't have like any like inspiration to like use that in, you know, a new recipe or something. That's disappointing. I was kind of hoping for a nice, you know, fruity, punchy flavor. And, well, cherry is a very strong flavor, but that's the only, like, sensation that I get out of it. So it's, like, not exciting. Couldn't have been, like, more raspberry, strawberry kind of concoction. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of raspberries, here we got a ripe raspberry. We'll see how that fares. Doesn't have a raspberry-esque smell to it. It smells more like propylene glycol, or I'm not even getting an ethanol scent out of it. Yeah, I'm getting the same flavor profile as the raspberry, but that's what a fresh raspberry is going to taste like? I don't know about this. I sincerely hope the other flavors are better than this. Because the first two doesn't like leave me with any high hopes of, wow, I'm so excited I added this to my collection. That's something I should be doing more of that I don't do often enough, is shake the bottle before we go to test it. Shouldn't be an issue, but you never know. Give this a good shake. What do I do with it? Raspberry. Let's find a label for this before I forget. So what do you all have planned for this weekend? Anything exciting? My wife's going over to her cousin's house for some cards tonight while I record another review and watch Patrick's show, Son of Liberty Radio. And tomorrow, I need to find out where the Explorer is leaking into the back of the vehicle. Like where your spare tire is whenever it rains. Supposedly the problem where the sealer, where they have the two seams come together, the seams end up getting a crack in it. Wow, OBS just froze. What's going on today? That's not cool. Yeah, so the Explorers, they leak in the back because where they have the seam sealers, where the roof panel makes like the pillar for the back hatch, the seam sealers tend to crack when they get old. Okay. I get that that's a raspberry ripe. It's still only about like a 7 out of 10 for me. It is different than the other raspberries. If anything, it's maybe a little bit weaker. It's still totally artificial. I get the essence of raspberry. And I do kind of get like that. You know, when you eat a fresh raspberry, it isn't all sweet. There is some sour note, sour characteristic to that flavor. I do get that in here. Is that the only thing that really changed in there? I'm going to have to do side-by-side comparison with the actual raspberry to see what it's like. And that's a very flavorful raspberry by itself. There's enough sweetness in the VG that I don't like. You could make this as an individual raspberry vape and not have to add any sweetener to it. How that fares when, you vaporize it, I'll have to find out later. But that's interesting. All right. 2 down, 4 to go. We're going to move on to Tangerine. Looking forward to this one. I love having different kinds of oranges out there. It's one of the ingredients inside Hunky's Hawaiian Punch that differentiates it from your typical Hawaiian punches that are more tropical and pineapple forefront. Has a fresh citrusy smell to it. Kind of like some of the hand cleaners I have. If I go to work on the vehicle and I have to use that citrus hand cleaner when I'm done, it's got that citrusy characteristic to it. It's a very watered down tangerine. It's an off orange, yeah. Hungry Hippo. It's not a punchy flavor at all. And I'm wondering what it's going to be like once we dilute it down. Because, some of the flavors, when you have them, when you have an excess percentage of it or an excess strength of it, how it actually mutes the potential flavoring capabilities of that flavor. This might be one of them. So we'll put a 0.5 gram in here. Very thin. Even the droplets. Give it one more. Tangerine TPA. I think what I should probably do is I should put my finger over top of the bottle before I put the nipple on and give her a shake. Because I've noticed that before a couple times when you give it a shake like this. Alicia, and the initial impression for me is altered by the fact that sometimes, depending on how viscous that flavoring is, the very tip of this bottle has just flavoring in it and it's not diluted down. Oh, I really like that. It's definitely not an orange. It's not a blood orange. Tangerine is exactly what I get the impression of. And the sweetness is good there. I think if you add the super sweet to it, it would amp it up a little bit more to sell it better. But it's totally got that citrus characteristic of a tangerine down 100%. Just on the initial taste of it, initial knuckle test of it, this is at least an 8.5, maybe a 9. I'll compare it to the other tangerines and we'll find out for sure. I ran out of tape and I had to change it, and the new one has a little lead that sticks out. So I knew I was going to have to shorten it. But I really like that tangerine. It's not an orange juice. It's not pressed oranges. It does taste like a tangerine. That's a really good one. Okay, now I'm starting to get excited. That's awesome. All right. Now let's see what that tangerine does when I try some lemon slice directly after that. It's got a lemon odor to it. It's not a lemon pledge. It's not a typical citrus scent. It's almost got like a milky or creamy characteristic too, as a rider to that lemon smell. Ooh. It's not your typical lemon sourness. I think lemon pledges ruined a lot of lemons for us. Because like my mouthfeel right now is like if I was spraying lemon pledge to polish the dresser in the bedroom or something like that, and I took a breath in as I was spraying it. Yeah, it's got that flat, waxy feel in my mouth. And I'm smelling the lemon. All right. Let's try this diluted down to 5%. This is one of those situations where, you know, once we go through all these flavors and stuff, it's like, I really hope that they came up with something that really like stretches the envelope for these flavors. All right, we'll try this. Give that a shake. Give that a nice proper mixing. And then we'll put nipple in and the cap. Move those out so I don't have to do that again. Give it a good shake. Lemon slice. There we go. I made the mistake one time of not labeling them right away. I just figured, oh, I'll just, put them spaced out on my desk. And that was all fun and dandy until I spilled my coffee and I had to like move everything around. And then it was like, okay, now let's play this game. What flavor is in this bottle? Ooh, that's beautiful. The initial impression that I got off of this one is like if you had a cocktail sitting in front of you and they took a lemon slice and they slid it on the edge of the glass, and as soon as you went to take a drink of it, you got that odor essence of the lemon oil and the zest and the nice punchy smell of a fresh lemon, a fresh cut lemon. But there's something else to this. It's on the taste, it's not a creamy like I thought it was on originally. It's a sweet, zesty lemon slice. I like that. That could be an enjoyable all-day vape by itself. Just this 5% solution. I'm curious to see what sweetener does to this one. It's got a nice lasting presence on your tongue as well. Washing it away, the saliva. Starting to get a little waxiness to it. I also didn't clean my palate between each of these flavors, so I don't know. All right, lemon slice done. I think we'll do the orange tangy next, and save the strawberry for last. Even though I think this should probably be a punchier flavor. Ooh. That's not like Vape Train Australia's orange tang. This one's got like an ethanol base to it, but it smells like a punchy, concentrated orange. Tangy orange has a lot more body to it. Doesn't smell like an orange peel. Maybe if you like peeled an orange and you split it into the slices in a bowl and let it sit there while you were prepping other things. Let's say you were trying to make a fruit salad or something and it was one of the ingredients in it. And you picked up that bowl and just took a big inhale. It's kind of a combination of that pith and the orange smell to it. Ooh, that gets you in the back of the throat. It dries it out. It has a similar characteristic, but much more intense than the lemon slice does. It's not a waxy sensation. Now my mouth is just drying out. Mmm. 0.50 exactly. Tangy orange. I'm going to use the coffee to cleanse that palate. All right. Give us a good shake. Awesome. How much PG in this bottle? These are little tiny bottles. This is making 10 mils. I just followed the recipe and added 8.8 grams, 8.83 grams of vegetable glycerin, 1.97 grams of PG, and half a gram of flavoring. We're making 10 mils. And there's room in here for the secret sauce when I go to vape it. Gotta wash that coffee off of my mouth. Okay. It is a tangy orange. It isn't as punchy as I would like it to be. Has a very watery characteristic to it. I wish it was brighter and crisper. Maybe I just need to push the percentage up. Go to like 7, 8, maybe 9%. It's kind of weak. It's a very juicy, delicious flavor, kind of like an orange candy. I am very happy with this one. That's probably 8.5, 9 for the flavor profile, achieving what the label says on the what they're calling it. And last but not least, for a single flavor test today, we've got fresh strawberries from TFA. Ooh, smells putrid, like spoiled milk. No, I don't like the smell of it. Ugh. Oh. No. I'm afraid of what this knuckle test is going to be like. Okay, I can tell it's a strawberry chemical flavor based upon previous strawberry flavor tests. Smells like a bowl of macerated strawberries. Gives you that strawberry mouthfeel I've had before. It's not sweet, like sweet strawberries. Fresh strawberries. See what VG does for sweetness in this. I'd like to know how the flavor chemists actually test this stuff to come up with this. I mean, I know that they build on their knowledge of database issues and previous experiences with flavors and whatnot. But like, when they tweak the chemical formulations for these things, how do they determine, what compounds have to go into this and what compounds that are in there need to be, adjusted? Kind of like what we're doing here, but you would think that there would be a lot more chemistry involved, and I don't know. You'd have to be a actual flavor chemist to know the answer to that. All right, I'll give her a good shake. I need one last lid. We'll throw our last label on there. You all have any ideas for what kind of random recipe we should mix up today? Any requests? Drop it in chat. Let me know what you're thinking. This bottle here is a 120 ml bottle that I have for doing like this small batch mixing of a PG, and just for convenience sake, unless I got to go more than 5 mils in the recipe, that's what I normally reach for. But I do have a 500 ml bottle of PG that I have here if I make bigger quantities of liquid. I just find it's a lot easier to use the nipple that's on this one to get better accuracy when you're single flavor testing. Strawberry fresh. Okay. Beautiful, sweet strawberries. It's got that tanginess to it that you get when the strawberry's not 100% ripe. Like, you still have some areas of the strawberry that is kind of like that greenish color. So it's not like an overly sweet or overly ripe strawberry. For fresh strawberries, that's like a 9 or a 10. Somewhere between 9 and 10. Makes me want to go find the Fanta Jack flavor. Granted, this has nicotine in it, but too punchy. Too throaty to get a accurate. I think I like this one better than that Fanta Jack from Flavor Art. That's really delicious. And just with the sweetness from the VG, that's really good. Awesome. So this would be my favorite one out of the whole bunch. I'm glad we saved this one for last. Orange Tangy comes second on the accuracy profile rating. Then which one? I think I like the raspberry the least. And the tangerine's not bad. Lemon slice isn't bad. But that jam, I don't care for that one. Berry jam. I think that's the lowest rated one. Yeah. So far, we do have a winner or two out of this bunch that I'm glad I was able to test, and we'll probably be ordering more of, because I'll probably be using it in the recipes. That fresh strawberries for sure. This tangy orange, I'll be using that for sure. And probably find use for this lemon slice as well. Makes me want to revisit Pippa's recipe, the lemon bakehouse, and swap this out and see what that does to the recipe to give it more of a lemon oomph. Because that's what was the problem with that one is there's so many. So it was like if somebody could make a recipe that was like the best of all the lemon flavors out there that didn't have off notes, that was the recipe. So, like, we could go in there and tweak the recipe with this one, because this one really didn't have any off notes to my taste as well. And I'm curious how to see it would react with those other ingredients inside of the recipe. Cool. Very interesting. All right. Well, before we go anywhere, I think I want to take this strawberry fresh, and I want to actually throw it on a dripper and see what she vapes like. Because that's the one I have the highest hopes for. Let me get my DNA reference mod out, and we'll throw the Wasp Nano on it. Yes, new coil. And look clean. Just need a little bit of wicking in it. Nice squeakiness when you're pulling that wick through there. And I love this. No fuss, no muss. Just drop her down in there. We'll drip that strawberry onto it. No sweetener added, just simply 5% of TFA fresh strawberries. Definitely needs sweetness if you're going to vape it. If I was making a single flavor recipe, 5% wouldn't be enough. I'm guessing 8 is where it's going to be its sweet spot. I'm debating whether TFA sweetener or 0.5% super sweet would be better. I'll have to give that a try. We'll play a little back and forth. Use this Fanta Jack. There's no sweetener added to this one either. Ooh, that's a beautiful combination together. And it's got enough sweetness on its own. I'm impressed. Fanta Jack and Strawberry Fresh, and we got a beautiful strawberry candy vape. Since we can experiment here, let's cover the coil. I'm going to take one drop. On there. Let's throw the cap back on. Mix that up. See what the sweetener does. All right, the sweetener's too strong. I can clearly identify that sweetener on there. Flood that coil. Put some of this on there as well. All right, so she tastes wonderful. The spit back because it's just all juice. That's an awesome strawberry candy right there. And it's very punchy as well. Wow. Thank you, TFA. Your fresh strawberry and just took, where is it? Fresh strawberry took Pazzo Jack to a whole new level. Very, very impressed. Very happy with it. That flavor alone, this win, this combination, justifies the whole $30 expense for the whole starter kit. And I'm sure there's other flavors in there that we're going to try next week and the week after that are going to be winners as well. There's some mango. We got some bubble gum. What else? Fuji apple. We have gummy.
Attention everyone.
Fruity gushy.
According to Neil Pitts, make you a 70/30.5% sweeter tester to drip on the tasters as you they them. That is all.
That's a great idea. That is a fantastic idea, Neil. Thank you. Because I even thought about, making a 70-30 batch of VGPG. So when I'm making the bottles, I don't have to reach between different bottles and just, I could even do a syringe and just draw up 8 mils of that and 8 mils of that and call it a day. Or actually, why is that 11.2? Oh, 11.2 grams. So it would be 7 mils of VG and 2 mils of PG, because that leaves you a half a mil of sweetener and a half a mil of nicotine. Well, we got some wonderful flavors to test for next week. Watermelon juice, gummy, Fuji apple. There's a stevia-based sweetener that's new. Bubblegum pink flavor. Mango sweet. And then the week after that, we've got peach gummy, berry cherry squares. I probably won't like that one. If it's anything like the jam that we just had. Lemon candy flavor. Ooh, another lemon. Strawberry squash. Strawberry splash. Read what's there, bonehead. And what else we got? Watermelon sour candy. And fresh pineapple. Oh, I'm looking forward to that one. Always looking for a good pineapple. So we got 2 more parts of the TPA single flavor testing for that. So that'll cover us the next 2 weeks. And then I think we're going to start moving on to flavor profiles, like, apples and oranges and cherries and yogurts and bananas, and group them together like that. All the citrus ones we can do group together. We can do the lemons and the nectarines and the tangerines and the oranges, and that's going to be a lot of fun. But I truly love this. Yeah, and definitely making a 70-30 0.5% solution of sweetener to drip onto that, alternating with the flavors that we try. That would be a really good thing to do. Because when I first chuffed on that thing, I could tell that super sweet was way too strong on there, and it's starting to, build up on the coils. The fresh strawberry by itself at 5%, though. With the sweetener, and I got a little bit of spit back there. So, I mean, these two together work flawlessly. I love that. Like, I could do that as an all-day vape. A nice strawberry candy. Because it even gives you like that candy-ish mouthfeel where like your jowls just doesn't want to stop watering. That's that slurricane. It holds its own. That's impressive. Wow, that was really enjoyable. Awesome. All right, man. And we're coming up on the first hour mark, so we got some random recipe mixing to do. So I guess I rolled the bumper for that and see what we can mix up today. Hot diggity dog diggity. We got some awesome recipes to choose from, including the one that Wayne mixed today. He was live at noon today and was on right before our show. So take a look at that. We got Banango Orange Smoothie. He did live mixing. And we've got Rocky Tooney has Gas Cap and LL Seldom that he mixed up on a show for Advocate for Liberty. So we'll check out that one first. Dave Lloyd has a recipe there that I can mix up too. So we got Raspberry Gummy Candy, Advocate for Liberty show, Jelly Candy, Lemon Gummy Candy, Raspberry Gummy Candy, and Sweet Raspberry. And no thanks. Not a fan of the gummies. You know, they're okay and all, but Sweet Juice. Dave Lloyd mixed up Sweet Juice. It's vanilla bean ice cream from Capella at 4%, whipped cream TPA at 4%, and 1% super sweet. And no thanks. It's a simple profile. Not really feeling it. Gas Cap. What do we make for gas cap? Double apple at 2%. Darren D, hello and welcome. Double apple from Capella at 2%. Glazed donut from Capella at 2%. Sticky bun at 4% from Capella, 0.5% super sweet. 3.5% sweet strawberry from Capella, and 2% vanilla custard. Well, I don't want to wait 2 weeks to try this. If I was going to mix this recipe, I'll tell you what I would do though. I would swap out that sweet strawberry from Capella with the brand new one we just did from TPA.
According to Neil Pitts, how about a custard? That is all.
You and Kenny love these custards. I don't like having to wait for them. My problem is with all the stuff that I have going on, I'll mix it up and I may or may not get back to it. And when I do get back to it, it's like, okay, now what do I want to do with this thing? And then wait another 2 weeks before I get to actually taste and compare the next batch that I make for it. This does look like interesting. It looks like a nice balanced recipe. And I'm really interested in the donut and the sticky bun combination. How's that going to fare? Is it going to taste more like a sticky bun or more like a glazed donut? Apple and strawberry is an interesting combination, and the vanilla custard. I could see myself, vaping a strawberry donut. That does look good. All right. Well, let's get back to the one that Wayne mixed up before the show today. I think he said that this was the best banana he made. If this is the right recipe, he made 2 today that I noticed whenever I logged on the ELR. This was one of them. The other one has ingredients that I don't have. So we got banana cream from Flavor West, 3.5. Mango Indian Special from Flavor Art at 1.5. I don't think I've ever used that one before. Capella's Milkshake at 3%. SSA Milkshake at 0.5. Orange Orencia from Flavor Art at 1. And Super Sweet at 0.5. That milkshake's going to take probably a good week at 10 days before I could fully taste it.
Attention everyone. According to Neil Pitts, the sticky bun has a strong honey taste to me. That is all.
Yes. I've gotten that too. But I mean, if you walk into a convenience store and you ask for a honey bun, that's essentially what it is. It is basically like a donut textured bakery in a swirl shape. And it's got this glaze coating on it that does have a slight honey flavor. I was really sensitive to the honey flavor because Flavors mixed me up a Hunky's coffee recipe, and inside of there was some honeycomb. And man, it was the honeycomb. No matter how much I turned it down, I could always recognize the honeycomb in there. I've given it to other people, and they don't really notice it off the top. If I bring it up and mention it to them, then their brain recognizes the flavor. But, but in and of itself, it just added a sweetness to it that was complex and unique. But I'm curious to see what this tastes like. He mixed this up live and seemed to really like it. So I got the ingredients. Might as well throw it together and make it for ourselves. Although I'm not going to make it at 1%. So let's make a 30 ml bottle of it. I'm going to make it at a 3. And I want to taste this right away. And then I want to see how this ages. And we got Super Sweet in there at 0.5. So there's our recipe, random recipe. And I may mix up that other one because we've got enough time today to make a second recipe. I'll mix up that other one from Rocky Tooney. So while I'm digging for bottles, I might as well pull 2 of them out. 2 of these 30 ml bottles out. We'll set them off to the side. I'll leave the other 2 so I can package more of these flavors up for the ladies for their care package. I want to get that finished off this weekend. All right, so from Flavor West, we need their banana cream. I like this banana. It's not quite a banana runt. It does smell like freshly sliced open bananas. Where's that my I need to reorganize some of these flavors. I don't know where LA is. I always have to go looking for it and hunting. It's going to drive me nuts. I don't know where my LA flavors are. That's the problem when you only have 3 or 4 flavors from a flavoring company and you get lost with these other ones. I thought I had a banana cream from LA and I can't seem to find the LA flavors. All right. Well, we're going to mix it up the way he has it. Banana cream from Flavor West. Now I need Flavor Art mango and orange. Indian Special mango. Orange Arancia. Capella's milkshake and SSA milkshake. Not to be confused with Milkshake Dairy from SSA. That's another flavor they have. Free Ride Vapor, hello and welcome. That strawberry is amazing. Cool. All right, we'll get started with this one. I need 0.93 grams of our secret sauce. This is just 3 milligram. Cool. Start with our banana cream from Flavor West. I really like that flavor. The smell of it. All right, 1.05. Not on the money. Mango Indian Special from Flavor Art. First time opening this. Ooh, that is a funky mango. Definitely smells like a fresh mango that's been out for a while. Fully ripe, but there's something else to it. It's got like a zesty, maybe cactus smell to it. Darren D, don't feel bad. There are some people that just can't taste strawberries no matter what. All right, let's try this Indian Special mango at 0.45 grams.
Attention everyone. According to Neil Pitts, Alex, I do my neck in a dripper bottle. It's so easy to use when I am mixing. That is all.
What I did was, for my single flavor testing, I bought 1 milliliter syringes and I could just draw it out. Don't even need to measure it. Especially if I set it at, 3 milligram. And I can just go over here and, be 3.5 or, if for some reason it's a little bit less, I'm not going to draw it back up again. It'll be 2.5. It's just right in the middle. So, I could put that into a Steam Crave Titan and it wouldn't be an issue. But yeah, I picked up 100 pieces of this. There was only like $8 for this. And whenever I go to add my nick in, I just draw up a bunch of syringes in a row. Like if I'm doing 6, I'll have 6 syringes ready to go, and then you just squirt, 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 and just swap the tip of it out. And then I could technically, pitch that. But I think what I want to do, like I do with other things, I've got a whole drawer full of other various size syringes, is I'm going to use them, and then like once a week I'll pitch whatever ones I have, or once a month I'll pitch whatever ones I have, so that those things will last me forever. All right, moving on, we've got the third ingredient is milkshake. Capella milkshake is at 3%. I think I've only used this once in a recipe. Heavy on the vanilla. I do get a creamy characteristic to it, smell-wise. Almost ice cream, vanilla bean ice cream, but it's not. Very milky, the more I smell it. Interesting. All right, 3% of this is 0.9. Cool. Now we need SSA's milkshake. Look at the color difference. Definitely not as strong. But this has like a powdered milk dairy smell to it. Don't really get any vanilla out of it. Powdered milk smell. SSA milkshake. 0.15. 5 drops, all it took. Orange Arancia, 0.31 is 1%. It's your classic artificial orange. It's not orange tang like we had growing up as a kid. This is your typical orange flavoring that you would put in to make like orange candy. Or if you wanted to put it into your chocolate to give it an orangey flavor. I like it. All right, 0.31 for 1%. Nice. It calls for Capella Super Sweet, so we'll use that. Capella Super Sweet has citric acid in it that Pure Elements doesn't. So we'll use that one, because that would accentuate the orange that's in this. 0.16 or 0.5%. Two drops come flowing out. Four drops took us to 0.21. So we're like a 0.75% sweetener. That's okay. PG 5.29. We'll stick with the other one. That banana smells pretty good. Ooh, that's weird. Orange. Smells like an orange Julius from Dairy Queen. And you can smell that banana in there. All right, VG. $26.5. Whoops. Very interested in this. What are we going to try it on? We'll use the other Wasp Nano I have. So while that's sitting in there, we'll pull the cap off, get some wick in here, and try it out. And this tank can get married to this liquid for the next week or two. Waiting for an order from SourceMore, see how fast they get here. They sent me something, and it was here within a week of them telling me that they were sending it. Very impressed with that. So, I figured, you know what, I've never ordered from them before. Let me find out how quick their shipping really is. So, we'll see. It says it's on its way. We'll find out by the vlog on Tuesday whether they can do it as quick as they did when they want you to review it. Oh. It's got a very interesting smell to it. Like the banana and the dairy are playing together. And the orange isn't really there in the smell now, like it was when we mixed it. 69 Pendolo 77. Hello and welcome. Don't know why you're not on the combined chat. Why can't I taste strawberries? And yet when I bought a commercial ones, I could taste them perfectly. Can anybody help me understand? I'm not one of those people that can't taste strawberry. I can taste the strawberry, so I'm not a good person to ask the question of. But I know that there are people that cannot taste any strawberries whatsoever. There are different strawberries, and some people are more inclined to be able to taste certain ones and not taste other ones. So what are they doing in commercial juices that allow you to taste it? Well, they're using an ingredient you don't have yet. If you've tried all the strawberries you've had and you can't taste it, there's a strawberry out there that you haven't tried yet. If that helps you narrow it down into why you can't taste it in your own recipes. And I think strawberry is one of those ingredients where if you push it too hard, it actually mutes the flavor. Starts taking on characteristics that are not pleasant. That's the hard part about DIYing, is your stuff is finding out exactly what the usable percentages are. What is the operational envelope of it? Kind of like a test pilot, you know, when they're designing an aircraft, will go out and verify what the engineers said that the thing can do to demonstrate that it can actually go to that altitude and can operate properly. It's very interesting. Good, interesting sweetness to it. I can't really taste that dairy that I was smelling earlier. That's a weird play off of each other. That banana cream that's in there does have kind of a runty characteristic to it. It didn't, like when I smelled it and knuckle tested it, it had a meaty characteristic to it that is retained in this. But there is a hint of banana runt flavor. Doesn't taste like ripe bananas. And I think that orange plays off of that runty banana flavor. I really like that combination, but I'm curious to see how that milkshake ends up playing out. I'm not a person that can test and taste milkshakes and creams and custards right away. Some of them I can't taste them at all until they've been sitting around a week at least.
Attention everyone.
Some of them have to wait
According
2 weeks,
to Neil Pitts,
3 weeks,
Alex,
a month.
do you think a yogurt would work in that recipe? That is all.
Yeah, sure. That tanginess in the yogurt would accentuate that banana and orange flavor. The milk is too strong in this to taste like an Orange Julius. Like I had the smell of Orange Julius when I was smelling it before I added the VG and the PG to it. That's not present in here. But that might change once it's aged to the point where I can taste the dairy again. But the fruit is playing on the sides of my tongue, and the center of my tongue is picking up what the dairy characteristic is. It just doesn't taste like dairy to me yet. I like it. Wayne does make some interesting, unique, and tasty recipes. I'll have to give him that. And the initial taste I get is a sweet banana. And knowing that the orange is in there, I definitely taste it. But if I didn't know what the ingredients of this recipe were and somebody just handed me the liquid and go to taste it, it would take me a little while to decipher the orange that's in there. Definitely not a juicy orange. Definitely not Orange Tang from Vape Train Australia. Maybe I need to use that Flavor Art Orange more often. Let's make a label for this so I don't get lost. Keep these two together. I'm curious to see what those milkshakes come out like. I can't recall a recipe anytime in the recent past where I've used that. I did a milkshake on Advocate for Liberty show like over a year ago. Actually, it might have been 2 years ago because I remember sending that to Kenny and it wasn't in this year's Christmas package. So it would have been in last year's Christmas package. So it's been 2 years since I was on the show. And we all mixed up a milkshake concoction. And I was like, this one's okay. And I ended up sending the bottle to Kenny because I know that he's, a custard freak. And he may appreciate that dairy. And he got it and said that he had to add some sweetener to it. But as soon as he did, it popped right away for him. as a nice milkshake. I did a BK milkshake, blue raz slush combination with milkshake. All right, I need to change the cassette out in my printer. Put the wide one in for this bottle. I just had to swap out the thin cassette for a new one before the show to put labels on all those new TFA flavors. Open 30 milliliter flavoring. This is the Flavorist Diary, episode 5. And today is the 27th of March. Banango orange smoothie. Interesting. I get the banana and the orange. Not sure how that smoothie is going to taste like.
Attention everyone. According to Neil Pitts, Alex, a good milkshake recipe is called Crunch Berry Milkshake. It's Steve a recipe. It's great. It's an all-day vape for me. That is all.
Oh, I'll have to definitely search for that one. I love me some Crunch Berries. That was one of the cereals I did not eat enough of growing up. It was one of those ones where Mom only bought it because there was a coupon in the Sunday paper. And she's like, you don't need that. That's all sugar. But she always did have a box of cereal laying around. Whether it be Life cereal or Cheerios or whatever there was a coupon for in the paper. Frosted Flakes. Captain Crunch. Banango orange smoothie. Even on a shake and vape, man, that's an 8.5 or a 9 without the full milkshake characteristic to it. Now I understand what it is to have a dairy, cream, and fruit blend that sits on your tongue appropriately. Because I on the edges of the tongues, I get that fruit. I get the banana and the orange combination. And the center of my tongue has that. It's not a yogurt, but yogurt would play well with this, I think. It's like a powdered milk sensation. Sweet dairy characteristic. That's impressive. I think that's the first time I've ever mixed up a dairy recipe where I thought it tasted really good in the beginning. And the more I vape it, the more I'm able to recognize that dairy. Man, I'm so glad that we're doing this Flavorist Diary. There's so many new experiences that are honing my perception of what these flavors are. Now, if my brain can only remember it, so that I can use that knowledge to actually create my own recipes that are that good, that'd be a bonus. But that, on a shake and vape, it's already a 9. Set this one off to the side, pair these two up. I'll put them directly in front of me. Let's pull back one that we did, this peanut butter. I need to revisit this one. I haven't been impressed with this one. This one actually used both the DX and the regular peanut butter flavor. And I don't taste peanut butter. I taste peanut shells. Yeah, I do not like it. I get a peanut, and even if you were to crank the sweetness, it's still missing that heavy, sticky kind of mouthfeel you would get from it. I think maybe a little honeycomb might sell it. That's why they pair honey and peanut butter together. Let's look at that recipe that we mixed up. And let's see if there's any hope for it. I do not get the banana. TPA's banana cream is not good in there. I do not get this caramel flavor. And this isn't the only recipe that I've used that in where I didn't get the caramel. I've never got it. It was just like, you know, I kept waiting for it to show up in there, and it's just like, it's not there. It's buried under this other stuff. And that peanut butter, it's just like peanut shells. It dries your mouth out. There's nothing in this recipe that's truly giving me that oomph of freshness or creaminess or something that would like make you salivate. Or maybe it's because it's the wrong banana. Maybe the TPA banana cream is inadequate in this recipe without something to accentuate it, even at 5%. Apathy Miller, hello and welcome. I'm trying to think what could we put into this that would actually sell it. I do have some banana scent flavor here from Flavors I could put in there, but that's another funky one that I've used before, where I put it in a recipe and it was almost way too strong whenever I first did it on the shake. And then a week later, the banana completely disappeared. I couldn't taste it. I couldn't smell it at all. And then it was about a month later when the banana started to resurface, and it took another week and a half before it actually sat in the recipe as a balanced part of that flavor profile. So maybe just like some people can't taste strawberries, maybe I have the same affinity with banana. I don't know. Or maybe that's just a characteristic of that flavor. Interesting. But I don't like it. Even with the paired up with the coffee, it dries my mouth out. And it dries the center of my tongue out. All right. One other one I want to take a look at. This is Baja cream soda we mixed up. I think this was Neil's recipe. Baja from Bull City Flavors and boysenberry raspberry wonder flavors.
Attention everyone. According to Neil Pitts, I would try taffy, peanut butter, SC, wonder flavors in it. That is all.
Oh yeah, I've used peanut butter taffy before, and it does taste like a peanut butter taffy. $29 watts. That's not sufficient, even with a 0.41 coil. Let's go up to 30 watts to start. That's 3.5 volts. It's interesting. You get the boysenberry. I get the sweet citrusy characteristic of the Baja along that. But this vanilla bean ice cream doesn't work for me. The red soda pairs pretty good with that boysenberry and the Baja. But the vanilla ice cream and the vanilla bean ice cream is like the wrong dairy for me. The vanilla flavor from that contrasts with that fruity characteristic. It's distracting. I think maybe a yogurt or a different kind of dairy would work in here. Maybe a milkshake. Swap a milkshake out for the vanilla bean ice cream. And leave the SSA ice cream in there. The half. Your peanut butters, you have to add cream to it. Oh, cool. Definitely have to give that a try from now on. I love mixing other people's recipes. First off, I get to try what they did and what they made, and then I try to analyze it. It's like, okay, how can I make this better? What is in the profile that is distracting that I want to take out of it and replace it with something that does the job that it's called for in that recipe, but doesn't have any distracting characteristics or off notes? But I really like the combination of the boysenberry, the Baja, and that red vanilla soda. There's 3 ingredients in there with vanilla already in it. So if we got rid of the vanilla and went with a milkshake, I wonder if that would be enough to take the vanilla and make it like a filler note in the background and not something that's distracting. Because like the vanilla itself is stronger in my mouth and my palate than the cream characteristics of that ice cream. Cool. We'll set that off to the side. That looks really cool. And I want to go back to that drawing board where we had our, what can I make? Our flavors, and see that one Rocky Tooney recipe.
Attention everyone.
Just drop the ice cream?
According to Neil Pitts, just drop the ice cream. That is all.
It would be a very sweet, juicy flavor combination. Yeah, I get that. No wonder flavor peanut butter taffy at Bull City. Yeah, there's been a bunch of flavors. First off, they changed their website around. They're no longer using the original, like, commerce website that they had before. They're using a different one now. So they migrated everything over into it, but anything that they were completely out of wasn't migrated over. And like, if you look for a recipe and they don't have any stock, it doesn't even show up in the list as something that they ran out of stock of. It was something I was looking for. Or Capella's vanilla frosting, or Capella's frosting was one. It's not even listed there. Like they never even sold it. Didn't exist. Unfortunately, I found a 30 ml bottle sitting here, so I still have been able to make the cinnamon Danish swirl muffins. All right, so the Rocky Tooney recipe. What was I looking at? This one was the cream and honey and coconut. It was raspberry gummy candy. I'm not a big gummy person, but I'm curious to see what that would taste like. I've bought some commercial juices that were gummy flavors, and I just didn't care for them. I want a punchier fruit. And I want somebody to make a bloody raspberry that tastes like biting into a raspberry. And I know it's a subtle note. I know there's nuances of an actual raspberry that don't lend well to artificial flavors, but I haven't found a raspberry that I truly like as a raspberry. I found plenty of raspberries that work as a raspberry that you can kind of make like blue raspberry cotton candy, since blue raspberry is not an actual real thing, it's a concoction of flavors that was sold as a artificial ice cream treat. Gas cap. That's right. That was another one. There it is. Yeah, that's the one. Double apple, glazed donut, sticky bun, sweet strawberry, and vanilla custard. Can I taste honey in this sticky bun at the recipe that it's set up in there? Let's find out. This recipe's already set at 30%. I do want to modify it. It's going to be a 30 mil at 3. And we'll save that. There you go, man. That's what we're making. So off screen, I'm just going to grab my little syringe here. This is a 1 mil syringe, so it's nice to just draw this up.
Attention everyone. According to Neil Pitts, Bully City is not ordering flavors that didn't sell. They have to buy in large quantities and sell it by expiration date, and if it doesn't sell they had to dump it and lose money. That is all.
I gotcha. I get it. And like the example, we're doing TFA's brand new flavors that they just released at the end of 2025, right? Only 47 people have entered it into ELR. Now imagine they bought a gallon of each of those flavors and then took out 10 mils for each of our starter packs. 47 times 10. I mean, you still got 3/4 of a gallon of flavoring back there, unless somebody's bought, like 30 mils or 60 mils of that flavor. Those gallons are just sitting on the shelf, aging. So I get it, That's why I used to love their clearance stuff. I always bought their clearance stuff. Unless it was something I already had. If it was something I didn't have, it was in a clearance section, I always added that to my cart before I checked out. It only typically added, maybe $10, $15 to my order, but I could literally double the number of flavors I was ordering because of their clearance that they were getting rid of. That's how I got that Capella. If I'm not mistaken, the frosting. Anyway, okay, so let's get the ingredients out. These are all Capella flavors, so it should be a quick pick from the shelf behind us. Double apple, glazed donut, sticky bun, sweet strawberry, and vanilla custard. That's the other thing I miss is the 60 mil bottles. They used to sell their flavors in 60 mil bottles. They don't do that anymore. You got 10 mils, 30 mils, and 120 mils. And 16-ounce bottles. All right. Double apples first. .6. Love the smell of this. It's got a very meaty characteristic to it. Okay, glazed donut is next. .6. Sticky bun. See what I mean? I love the sticky bun. The very first bottle I finished, I'm like, oh no, I need at least a 60 ml bottle of that. When this runs out, I got to buy a 120 ml bottle. I'm not going to, buy 30 ml bottle and top it off. I do that with the pineapple. I've done that before with the pineapple, and I've done that with the juicy orange. But anyway, 1.2 mils of this. Sweet strawberry from Capello. Ooh. It's not an astringent characteristic in the smell. I get that same strawberry characteristic I had before, but the strawberry we opened up today, the fresh strawberry, was like less abrasive in your nose. All right, sweet strawberry 1.05. Vanilla custard 0.6. And then last but not least, we're going to use a little super sweet. Where is it? 0.16. 5 drops. Couldn't have done that if I used the Capella. It would have just come rushing out. Okay. 4.05 of PG. I get that custard in there. I get the sweet strawberries as well. Don't smell the apple. Don't smell the donut. Don't smell the sticky bun. Well, it's part of the dairy smell I got. But I don't get any like fried dough characteristic. All right, 26 and a half. Top this recipe off. And yes, I keep refilling those 1 liter bottles from Bull City Flavor. I buy my VG in a gallon, and I decant it into 2 of the liter bottles I have there. And the rest of the gallon sits underneath my desk. This is currently the brand I'm using. Here's what was on sale on Amazon. I have used 3 other brands, and I couldn't taste any difference between any of them. Gordon Harmon, hello and welcome. What's up, Mr. Hunky? What are we mixing up today? Well, we're mixing up gas cap recipe that Rocky Tooney did for Advocate for Liberty show. Gas cap McLiquid. There be the recipe. It is a tasty recipe. I can recognize the sticky bun in it now on a knuckle test. And the sweet strawberry is still present. Curious to see what that's going to vape like. Am I going to be able to recognize the double apple in it? It's interesting, though. It does taste like a baked apple, if I had to just judge it. Certainly not a fresh apple, not a Fuji apple, not a Washington apple. None of the fresh apples. That's kind of like Purellum's country apple without the cinnamony kind of characteristic of it. How the hell did you get a recipe? He must have used some kind of AI that's really good at doing exactly what you tell it to do. I've tried making thumbnails and stuff like that. The thumbnail for today was made by Grok. So it's come a long way. I legit listed every single one of the flavors that we have in the TFA starter pack that we were doing today. And those are all actual fruits that are on the thing. And I told it to put the fruit around a jar of jam. Little did I know that jam was going to be the least interesting TPA flavor we tried today, because of the cherry dominant note inside of it. Forgot to pump. It's time to fill your tank with something that actually tastes good. With prices at the station hitting record highs, gas cap is the only fuel injection your wallet can afford. This high-octane blend is 100% Capella, designed for maximum mileage. We've bypassed the pipelines to bring you a premium mix of crisp double apple, ripened sweet strawberry, all turbocharged with heavy-duty glazed donut and sticky bun chassis. Topped off with a splash of vanilla custard for a smooth idle and super sweet for that high-gloss finish. This recipe delivers premium clouds at a regular price. Stop crying at the kiosk and start dripping the gas cap. It's the only way to get glazed with apple strawberry sticky bun without a finance plan. All flavors available in Bull City Flavors. At least they were. Cool. Let's make a label for it. Gas cap, hashtag advocate for liberty. Print. Go back to the slurricane. That's my new obsession, folks. Slurricane. One random recipe became my all-day vape. There we go. Gas cap, advocate for liberty. Time for it to start ripening. And I'll show you the slurricane recipe in case you guys are interested in making it for yourselves. And go to the original, because it was Scottish Vapes that put this out there. Fantastic recipe with little used papaya, sweet peach, a Saturn peach, which is a very unique kind of peach. It's a really flattened, squished peach, like a midget peach. It grew the normal width, but it only grew half the height of a normal peach. That Saturn peach works really good with the papaya and ties in the peach. And then sweet guava is like that curiosity note in the background. It's like, what is in here? And even if you do get the guava, you won't get the Saturn peach, trying to duplicate this recipe. And then it's a beautiful sweet and sour. You get this punchy sweetness right off the bat. And then as the flavors slowly dissipate off of your palate, you're left with this slight sourness. And that's where the part where you can actually recognize the guava as being part of the ingredients in there. But what a fantastic recipe. Do you have the OG blue? Yeah, that one's a very simple one. That's just Liquid Barn, Blue Raspberry, and Sweet Strawberry. OG Blue. Go back to the original. Don't tell me I didn't save it as OG Blue. Oh, I got to go back to the last page. This is it right there. Keep it 100, OG Blue. Close enough. This is nothing like the modern Keep It 100 Blue that they have out there. This was close enough for me to vape it because I wasn't paying $30 a bottle for 100 mils when I can make it myself for $5. Liquid Barn, I used to have a big 500 ml bottle of Blue Raspberry from Liquid Barn because I went through that much of it. And that's just in there at 8%, which was their original suggested percentage. 0.5% super sweet and 2% of sweet strawberry. That's it. Very simple. It wasn't as punchy as the OG Blue. The OG Blue did have that like really classic blue raspberry cotton candy flavor that I haven't been able to replicate. And Wayne's done some blue raspberries recipes on his show that he did from scratch without using a blue raspberry flavoring. And those were closer to OG Blue than any of the blue raspberry flavors that I have. And I got like 8 blue raspberry flavors. I have like Euro flavors, I got jungle flavors, I got a bunch of different, brands over the years that are blue raspberry. And I've tried them individually and none of them come close to it. So, but this worked. And that was all I needed. That was my all-day vape for the longest time. But now I'm working on Slurricane. And when I get done with this one, if I don't resist the urge to make another bottle of it, I'm going to go back to my cinnamon Danish swirl muffins because I made a bottle for the ladies and made a bottle for myself. So it's sitting here aging beautifully. And she looks to be done by the color, but I know that this was mixed up on March 21st. So I still got another 4 weeks before that's going to be 100% ready. So I probably will be making another bottle of this Slurricane that I love so much. Anyway, we're at the 2-hour mark, so that's going to wrap up the show for this week. I really appreciate all you guys coming out and hanging out with me while I single flavor test and learn some new things and experience some new things, make some more random recipes, and get more experience under my belt so that I can become a better mixer. And in turn, you guys watching from my mistakes, you can become a better mixer and you can drop your suggestions that you've come across in your experience so we can all learn from this. And every single one of us becomes a better mixer in the process. So my wish as always, peace, love, and a hunky vape. I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. I'll be back for the vlog on Tuesday. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend. Cheers.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week again for a fresh round.
See the ocean, how it sways in the sun. Keeping our stories in its motion. Life's a true